I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but my opinion, y'all. I was looking at this thing, the Fresh and Fit on the Flagrant, and I was watching it. I got a couple things to say. Let's watch it together, y'all, while I sip on this tequila. Let's go.
So I give it a try. Like, it's pretty dope. Now, it's two different cultures. So for me, I was like, okay, let me try something new, see how it is.
Yeah.
Now I'm here in the States. It's like, okay, Spanish girls, white girls, girls from all over the world. All right, bet. However, regarding black women per se, like, dude, like, my thing is, like, we're in a space where, like, people are targeted, especially the black people per se, black, white. And it's like, whatever you say can be used to the extreme.
All right. I didn't mean to pause him like that.
So what we said was kind of
right. Like, but look, listen. That guy, Fresh, that's his name, I guess. That guy, you can kind of tell that women wasn't his strong point when he was coming up in probably like high school or whatever. So the whole thing with the Asian girl Daisy or whatever. He made mistakes that we would make, guys who get women would make when they're 18 and 19. So he made that mistake. And I've been wanting to say this. People have went over. Sorry, y'all. People have been going over, him and the Daisy situation. You can't call that girl no thought. You cannot call that girl no thought if you was doing all that. You walking with her, smiling and all that crap. That's what? Men who get women don't do that. And this thing about 1,000 women having sex with 1,000 women and all that crap, I highly doubt that. And you can tell when a dude gets women. That dude, not so much. And his talk game ain't even good. So I know Myron told him, he told him, he was like, yo, I'm tired of fixing your messes. I know he told him that. He better have told him that behind the scenes, because he's making rookie mistakes as people who are trying to be life coaches to men. He made a rookie mistake. All right. And right here, they're talking about black women is not their preference. They don't date them at all. They don't date black women. But you really can't see. They be saying stupid shit. You cannot say that if all you have on your show is black women. You can't say that. Even though I have my gripes about black women, there's no other race I would want to date. Even though I have my gripes. And you're going to hear it the more videos I make. I can't think of no other woman to date. If I was dating a woman. If I was dating, I only date women. Let's not get that misconstrued. But that's the only women I know. That's what I grew up on. The reason why Myron, I don't even know what race he is. He says the N-word more than the Boondocks. So I gotta look up, because he says it more than me. More than any black person I know, he says the N-word. But Fresh, he don't like black women because black women don't like him. You can tell. And he talks in increments. How he talks is sometimes I can't even listen to the guy. I can't even listen to him. It makes me dizzy listening to him. But let's proceed, y'all.
Like, I want to say, not funny to them, but to us is like, we're just cracking jokes, trying to.
And I know you're
being hyperbolic about your dating preferences.
Yeah,
right. That's
much.
Kind of how I took it. To be
That's
honest
no excuse.
with you.
Yeah.
But I think I think you can understand
English.
how the internet might have taken it, right? And then doubling down and being like, it's okay to have this as a preference that you like. Usually, your preference is what you like, not what you don't.
Exactly.
I think that was the biggest issue. Like, if you just
Yes.
like, hey, my preference is I kind of like Latinas, I don't even think you get any pushback. But saying my preference is I don't like that.
If you want to watch this video in its entirety, it'll be in the description. I'll put it in the description so you can watch it in its entirety and understand it. I'm only going to take like parts. I'm only going to watch a little bit of it.
That's, I think, where people start to feel rejected, and then they go, why don't you like me, man? Like,
and
what's
also
wrong?
the way they said they didn't like it. Like that's what I was like bothered by the clip. It's like you guys go out of your way to say what you don't like, even though that's not what you're discussing. It's like your preference is what you do like, but then the way in which you went about how you don't like black women. Oh, I don't like the ratchet. I don't like the ghetto. I don't like the Shaniquas. Like that's.
See, with the black dude saying, you know, if I was up there on that show, I'd be like, you can't say that you don't like them type of black women if that's all you put on your show. You can't say that. That's on your show. And they wouldn't get so much pushback if they was to talk to the women and give them game. Give them game. I don't care what a woman is doing. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, what they do in their life. You know, you still talk to them like they're a human being. You know, I ain't no simp. I'm gonna tell you that now. But I know how to talk to any type of woman. I don't care how ghetto she is. I know how to talk to her. But see, these guys lack that. It's just aggression. And no matter, you gotta make women understand. They're gonna push back if you talk with them with aggression and, you know, kind of, you know, indirectly insult them. That's what they do. I can life coach men better than them. I'm gonna tell you that now. Way better. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going.
Like if you are a white person saying all that, that's racist shit. And I'm just disappointed in you guys as black men to be talking about our sisters like that. So you don't have a problem with the way you spoke about your sisters like that? Like if it was him saying the same thing, you would be upset.
No. No,
So if
because
he was like, "Oh, I don't like ghetto black women. I don't like Shaniquas,"
It wouldn't bother me
that's the preference.
wow,
because the thing is that
that's lame.
the only thing I can control is my reactions to what happens in the world. Like the world is not a fun. It's not like a rosy place where everyone is gonna not be biased or not be racist or whatever. Like I understand that there's gonna be people that are inherently racist. It is what it is. The only thing I can control is my emotions to it. So I don't get mad about what people say because that's just the way things are. The world doesn't owe me understanding. So all I can do is control.
Real quick. You know what's weird is like
So
the word
it
racist
wouldn't
keeps
affect me
getting
personally.
thrown out. Like I never
Indian guy about to get in that ass. Pause.
saw it as racist because I don't know. I didn't believe that you guys wouldn't date a beautiful black woman.
Yeah, we
That,
have in the
like,
past for sure.
Yeah, like I just didn't believe that. And again, you guys can correct me, but like for me, the word like preference is so weird because I think our preferences are really like mechanisms that we use to find like emotional security. You know, like
Let me put you up on a little game. Out in this world, as I grew up, I'm 41 right now. Out in this world, I see guys, I see women. I love women. I've been dealing with women all my life. I see guys who got it and guys who don't got it. These two dudes, they don't got it. Myron, he probably got a little bit because he probably got a little mixture to him. You know, women fall victim to that dumb shit. But they don't got it. So the only thing they made a career off of being, you know, negative to women. You know, and of course you're gonna get pushback a whole bunch from that, boy. They don't play. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest. They I don't care what color they are. Fresh is black, Myron is some type of some mixture or race or whatever. But I guarantee you that they're not black women's preference either. I'm gonna tell you that now. They're not their preference. That's not their preference. Even as dark as he is, black women probably would not find that dude attractive, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably not. And then his mannerisms and his talk game is crazy corny. But let's keep going.
if a person's like super quiet, like if I'm like this quiet, like shy dude, my preference is probably an aggressive girl because she allows me to be in my safe place.
Right.
I don't have to go like out of my way to go get her, and I'll probably prefer that girl, but it's not based on like this chemistry thing. It's really based on like what allows me to feel like emotionally secure, right? And like, let's say I'm a controlling ass dude, I probably want a girl that is a little bit more like in need of guidance because
Submissive.
yeah, submissive, because then I get to feel my safe place, which is controlling.
Right.
So like, I feel like if a girl, and again, I can't speak for y'all, but I feel like if a girl gave you that emotional security, regardless of what race they were, you guys would date them, no? I can't feel like
Here's the
just
thing
because they're black, you would say no.
Yeah, here's the thing about the clip.
Context-
Like I said, it's context. It's
Yeah.
us having a good time. It's us making jokes. We make fun of everyone. It's just that they don't clip all the other segments of us making jokes on everyone else. They want to clip that one section at 20, 30 seconds. Say that, try to paint a narrative. You guys are racist, and because you guys are racist, this is why you kicked
I
Asian
don't
doll
think
off your show.
racist.
And
I don't think
Yeah, I
racist.
never saw
and the
racist,
racist.
yeah.
I don't.
But
well,
I'm just saying what they
no,
were
that's
trying
fine.
to paint us
And
as.
you guys,
know what I'm saying?
I know people who know you. They say you're good guys, stand-up guys. So I don't have a problem with you as people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have you on this podcast. And then you know what I mean, like
Yeah, sure, we can have a
give you
discussion on
dap
it,
or
yeah.
whatever. But
I'm
I,
like curious. This isn't
it's
a
not
gotcha thing.
racist
Like,
to
I'm
me.
literally curious to have the conversation.
What does bother me
yeah.
that I think it's not racist is self-loathing, which to me, I don't particularly give a fuck how any other race looks at us. I give a fuck how we look at ourselves. So if I saw Indians saying some shit like that, that would bother me more. Andrew told me he doesn't like Indian girls all the time. That's great. Don't date him. That's good for me. But when an Indian says that
for you,
shit,
right?
then it's like, yo,
I
you.
do that because you say you don't like white women.
I know. And
But if you
isn't
keep
it-
this up,
but
I'm
isn't
going to
that
divorce my wife and fuck a lot of Indian chicks just to prove you wrong.
Isn't that refreshing from a minority though? You look at how the rest of them act. But I have a problem with somebody that I feel is self-loathing, and I'm not going to be as offended because you're not from where I'm from. But if I was black and
Okay,
I
so
was
what do you
Alex,
say-
I'd be like, yo, that shit is more than racist, is self-loathing, and that bothers me.
What
as
do you
people
guys
with a
say about
platform.
what you're
that?
saying.
Like, do you guys? So let's remove the racism thing here.
Yeah.
What about? Do you think it has anything to do with self-loathing? Is there any like kind of like internalized hatred, which might not even be your fault? It might be like the surroundings you were in and made you feel like these girls weren't good enough for you.
I would say honestly, bro, like just experience, man. Like,
Yeah.
for example, like you said earlier, if I met a girl that's like feminine, submissive, and like black, I could date her. And like in the past, like I told you, I had a yacht party. She was the only black girl there. I was dating her. So it's like, it's not I hate black women. It's more like experience shows me that, hey, for whatever reason, like, if I find somebody with those traits, I'll date them.
So this is interesting. A buddy of mine.
And we
who-
have different opinions on it,
Oh,
but-
well, go. I want to hear yours. I
Oh,
want to hear yours.
No, I mean, it's just like what I'm saying is that like it's not our normal preference, as in like it's not what I normally date. But if you were to take 10 girls that I've dated in the past, maybe one or two of them would be black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the normal thing I go for. And as far as like me being offended if someone were to say something about a race or whatever, like I said, I wouldn't personally be offended by it. Like we make jokes on everyone, so it's like,
Right.
hey man, we make fun of Asian girls, white girls.
Again, I don't have an issue with the joke. I have an
Latinas.
issue with the mentality.
It's
Yeah, I
but
think it's not about the
a
jokes.
mentality,
The
'cause
joke to me, you were talking to a guy who's made the craziest jokes, death threats from everywhere. I can separate
go.
myself and be like, it's a joke that failed. That's the high wire act.
We had
of
Alex
trying to be
Jones on the
funny.
podcast.
No,
We
of
don't give a
course.
fuck
Shout out to
when it
Alex
comes to
Jones.
the jokes, right?
No, for sure.
I,
But
I just want you guys to understand where the reaction is coming from, because I think it maybe will better help you.
no, we
respond to
understand.
it.
We understand.
So it's
but-
not the jokes. It's literally just feeling like you don't date a specific group of people
I
and them
don't
trying to
think you
understand. I think that's what it is, because I think what you said is probably the most honest, which is, yeah, if this girl met all the things that I like in a woman and she was black, I'd obviously date her. But I don't know if you feel the same way.
No. If she met my requirements and her skin tone is irrelevant, but what I'm saying is that most of the time, most of the girls that I've dated
Right.
just didn't fit that parameter of.
So here's the thing. Like my buddy right now who's trying to find a Jewish girl, right? He might be in this room, and he's trying so hard to find a Jewish girl. And he just found Latin Jewish girls. And he goes, "Oh my God, they got the whole Latin thing."
You heard him? Ooh, I'm not trying to make fun of the dude, but the dude, he don't got it. He does not got it. He don't have it. I'm sorry. As a guy who been messing with women all black women all his life, me, He don't got it. That's not, black women is not attracted to that type of black dude. He looks like he dates like white girls. That's what he looks like. Or Asian girls. He looks like one of the Passport brothers, which I have no problem with the Passport bros, but it's dudes that look like him that go overseas and get the women of their dreams instead, because they can't get the women of their dreams here. They can't do it no matter what they do. They don't have no talk game. They don't have the looks. If you don't have the looks, at least you can have the talk. Because you can talk any woman. If a woman that's listening, you can talk them into some shit now. I'm telling you. But he don't got it. And when you listen to him talk, you be like, yo, what is he saying? I can't latch on to what he's saying. But yeah. I just wanted to say this, y'all subscribe to the channel. And I keep you updated. See what we can get into, and y'all rock with me.